All right, let me make sure we are live. Good morning, Chord Academy. It's Tuesday morning. What's up, Dad? Dad, first on. I'm impressed. Good to see you, Dad. Dad, I see that your favorite son, or Mom's favorite son, helped clean up your yard after that tree fell. That was nice of him. Her favorite son. All right, so let's go ahead and dig into today's lesson. So what today's lesson is going to be about two things. If we have time, we're going to work on the F blues, but this is an open lesson for Chord Academy, of course, is a normal, but I also included our YouTube community and also, of course, the All Access group. So good to see you. Hey, Vicky, Queen Vic, and the original James Taylor, good morning. All right, so what we're talking about is the two measure solo pro tips. That's actually where I want to start. If we have time, we're going to do the F blues voicings. But this idea of, what makes a musician their own, what are their own things that they do that maybe other people don't do? What makes a musician that musician? Like you think of certain piano players and you think he does this, he does that. So I started to think about what makes me me, and the things that I feel like I do well doesn't mean that I think I'm any better than anyone else. It's just there are certain things that I do that some people say, hey, I really like the way you do that. Now if I know anything, it's because I somehow learned it from somebody else. So let's just get that out of the way. And maybe what I do is what I want you guys to do is take the material that I teach you and then you use it your own way to make it you. So then it's what makes you you. Hey, Doug, the Speed Police of iMusicAcademy. Good to see you. Doug is our original member of the new YouTube channel. I don't know if we're at 9 or 10 members right now, but I'm hoping to get to that 10 number. I'm excited about our YouTube channel. So, so Doug said he learned the chord changes to A Train yesterday. Doug, very proud of you. And I love when you guys not only interact in the chat, but I love when you celebrate wins like that. That's what all of this is about. So Doug, congratulations with that. So anyway, again, it's what makes you you. And I'm going to show you something that I just decided to do. Now we have the course that's about to come out of the Simply Beautiful Jazz Voicings. But I had this other thought is like I had to sit and think about what makes me me. And I think ultimately I love chords, I love harmony, and of course I love the blues and I love jazz and all kinds of things. But the main thing is I love the sound of interesting chord changes, and I think I've always been a ballad guy if I really break it down. So one of the things that makes me me is solo piano. And so I'm going to show you one of the ideas. And I did 15 or 20 ideas. I think it's more like 15, but things that make me me. And I'm going to put it into a course. I think it's important to do that. So I'm going to show you one of those today, and you guys can tell me if you like it, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to be in the key of G. If we have time, we'll do F blues voicings, but I want to show you one of the things that makes me me. And again, if I've learned anything, it's because, or if I do anything, it's not to impress you. It's not to say that I know anything better than anyone else. It's just to say, here are some things that I think I've picked up on and I love to do them, and that's why I want to show you this kind of thing. All right, so G major. And when I'm doing solo piano, I have a long history of showing up at hotels, at all kinds of events, and playing solo piano, and I love it because I love melodies. And I think it's my dad's fault that I like all those Reader's Digest songs, all those hymns. I mean, not hymns. Well, I love hymns too. That's because of my mom and dad. But I didn't play music until later, right when I got into college. But I was soaking up all these standards and these beautiful standards. So when I go somewhere to play and I play in a sentimental mood, like that's really natural to me of playing solo piano and all these nice chord voicings. So to get into a solo chord a solo piano version, you need some intros and things like that. So I'm going to show you a fun little thing to do if you're looking for a 2, 5, 1, 6. Right? We talk all the time about like we have 1, 6, 2, 5. And I'm going to show you a nice little move you can do for a 2, 5, 1, 6 chord progression. There's Vance joining in. He's a member of our YouTube channel. And Vance, good to see you. He's the poet that lets you know it. He's always has his witty sayings that he does at iMusicAcademy. But here we go. 2 of G major is A minor. And I want you guys to be very interactive, interacting in the chat, right? Like you've been doing. And the same thing for our YouTube community. We love it when somebody from our open YouTube community says hello. So if I'm doing A minor, notice what I did right away. Half step approach, and now I'm on an A minor 7. So if you understand that, put God in the chat. And we talk all the time about if I'm doing a half step approach to whatever chord tone I'm on. That's a great tip. If G major is my triad, I could go. So even though I'm doing a solo piano thing, I even have melodies within the chord changes, right? I can go half step below, half step below, half step below. Okay? Now, in our new courses coming out of the Simply Beautiful chord voicings, we know that we have some really simple chords that don't repeat, right? That's another important thing, is you don't always have to repeat your voicings. You don't have to double up your voicings. So it's a really important tip right there. And as we do this A minor, this is simply an A minor 7, right? You guys with me? So it's from an A major scale, and this is important. To know how to build our chords left to right, I do A major has 3 sharps, F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. And so to build this chord formula, we're going to go root, flat 7 to the A scale. How do you find the flat 7 of any scale? Just go down a whole step. It gives you the flat 7. If you need a major 7, go down a half step, whole step. Now watch this, minor 3rd, 5. That's an A minor 7. So I'm thinking of an A major scale whenever I'm spelling a chord. And if you understand that, put got it in the chat. And while I'm waiting for you to put got it in the chat, notice that I go down a half step. That's just a nice way to get a little bit of tension. 1 and 2 and then guess what happens next? We need the 5 chord of G. So here's A minor, which is the 2 chord. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come up here and play that beautiful, simple voicing. I know Doug's going to like that. I know Vance is going to like it. But what's happening here? I mean, even that, how beautiful is that one voicing right there? And it's so simple. I'm doing D, and I'm doing G, and then I do C, E, and A. Now, if I'm looking at that, we just said that that's a D7 chord, right? And if I'm looking at this, I say, well, there's a flat 7 of D, because the D major scale, just so we're clear, has 2 sharps, F sharp and C sharp. D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. So I'm spelling the D7 chord left to right. We always spell our chords left to right. And I'm doing a D, and then I do G, and then I'm doing a C, an E, and a B. Now, from D major, I think of that, that's the flat 7, that's the 9, and I can call that a 9 because I have the flat 7. And way up here, that 6th note of the D scale is now a 13. I'm calling that a 13 because there's my flat 7, 9, and 13 on top. Now watch this. This is a D13, but it doesn't have the natural yet. I mean the 3rd. It has the sus4, so a suspended kind of sound for D13. It's very light and very beautiful. Let's put those together. Listen, I have. Right, let's do that again. And I could even go A, then add the G. Now this. And I just need those voicings right there. That's so beautiful right there, and so open, right, and so light. I can even arpeggiate that and go up. And right now we're just at the 2 chord and to the 5 chord Okay? Now, we have 8 people watching, and make sure you like this video. It helps me so much when you guys do that. I think we have a lot of momentum in our channel, but if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I think you'll find it helpful. And we're doing a Chord Academy lesson this morning, but I wanted to make it open to our YouTube community. So I hope you guys are enjoying this. So once again, you can take any of your chord voicings, like that's my A minor 7, and just to give it a little flavor, I went down a half step, to make a nice little melody. Now watch this. Now we're about to get in where the butter happens. Like, I need smooth butter. So all I'm going to do is resolve this down to the 3rd and resolve the 9 down to a flat 9. Okay, now this is like hot butter, right? Vance, give me some clever thing to say over that. So you have this right here. We have and so far we're just at 2-5. And as you're joining me now, just remember that, or maybe some of you need to know, what we're doing is we're doing a 2-5-1-6 in the key of G, and I'm thinking of a ballad style. And what I've done is I've created like 15 to 20 ideas that I think what makes me as a musician me. And you guys are the same way. Whenever you learn something, there's something that you do that maybe other people don't do. And so what makes me, and the same thing for you. What makes you you? What is it that you do that you love to do and other people say, oh yeah, that's really nice what you do? And whenever I tell people of this kind of thing, it's things I've learned by listening, or I've stolen from somebody else and then made it my own. So nothing I do is to impress you. It's just to show you what I like to do. That's fair enough. You haven't had your coffee yet. That's a saying in itself. Here we go. Now watch this. Da, da. Okay, even what I did right there is gold, in my opinion. We're going to talk about it, okay? Let's do it again. Okay, as I'm doing this melody, another thing that makes me is I love melodies. I love ba da 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 da. I can't play this without thinking about that melody. Ba da da da. And I'm also thinking voice leading. Do you guys hear it? Ba da da. I want a smooth voice leading. Even this going da 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 da. It's okay to go da. Ba-da-da-da-da, da-da. Hey, Rick. Rick, good to see you. Everybody say hey to Rick. Rick is the Gandalf of iMusicAcademy. Now, isn't that just beautiful? Like, that by itself, it's supposed to be an intro, but it sounds so nice. And all we're doing, what makes it nice, is those little half steps. Boo-da, boo-da. And then I'm going to come up here and do our flat 9. Resolved. And watch this. Let's talk about this one chord right here. G major, I'm thinking root, major 7. Remember, if you have an octave and you need the major 7, go down a half step with your thumb. That's your G major 7. And then if you need a flat 7, go down a whole step from your root, and now you have G7. But we need this major 7. And once again, you have this idea of the fourths in our right hand. B up to E is the fourth away. B, C, D, E. E, F, G, A is the fourth away. Okay? Let's do it again. And here we go. Now, this voicing right here is a great formula to get under your fingers. This thing of G to the major 7, 3rd, 3, 6, 9. That fourth voicing. Remember, this is the kind of shape I want everybody to be able to get in all keys. And once I get it, I can do this in any key. And the same thing for you guys. There is Hugh has check-in. He's our triple dipper, according to Vance. He's the bookends of iMusicAcademy, always on at the beginning, always on in the middle, and at the end. Hugh, good to see you. And I know Hugh. Hugh loves this idea of these beautiful chords. We're in the key of G now. And we're about to get to the secret sauce that makes this what it is. But from a solo standpoint, I'm doing what we call sitting on voicings. Like, I'm trying to make you hear it, see it, and really soak it in. And I could go, and here we go. Now, this voicing is one chord formula that I want everybody to get. You have root, major 7, 3, 6, 9. So let's pick a different key. Somebody yell out a few different keys. Let's do, this is Chord Academy, by the way, so that's why we're doing chords this day. Sometimes I'll do in Chord Academy, which is Tuesday, Friday, we'll do licks and ideas that work with our left-hand voicings. But Chord Academy is all about learning blues and jazz chords, but mostly jazz chords. So yell out. So Rick says A flat. So Rick, A flat, how do we find, we do A flat major. So watch this. Anthony, good to see you. Both of you say A flat major. All you do is this. A flat, there's your octave, go down a half step. In our right hand, we say, first of all, you need to know that A flat major has 4 flats. B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat. So here's my A flat major scale going up. And that's important because whenever we're spelling chords, yes, you could say, all right, there's G major, and I just go up a half step. Yes, you could say that. But I want you to know root, major 7, 3, 6, 9. And if you understand that, put got it. And you can also practice this. I mean, imagine how much you're getting done right there when you do that. So then Vance says B. We're not doing we're not calling it B9. We're thinking of this as a major, like B major 9, right? So not a B9. A B9 would imply a dominant 7. So watch this. So you did say B. So let's do our octave, down a half step, and then 3, 6, 9. Notice there's all black notes right there for that beautiful chord in B, right? Let's do a couple more. So Vicky said the key of F. Let's go ahead and do F. So F would be here, and then there's your octave, major 7, 3, 6, 9. You know, so sometimes we practice our half steps, and that's really good to do as well. But you really get your brain going when you say, all right, I'm going to go maybe around the cycle. And I say, all right, root, major 7, 3, 6, 9. And I'll go to F, root, major 7, 3, 6, 9. And B flat, root 7. Does that make sense? And even this, I want to do that again on C. Watch this. I go root, major 7, 3, 6, 9. Now watch when I go to F, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go, okay, root, major 7, 3, 6, 9. Okay, now B flat. Notice that my middle note gets replaced by my thumb. Watch. And I go, all right, there it is right there. And then I go. You see how the thumb went there? So let's do that again. Where my index finger is. And I go. Same thing on E. All right, so let's, any other keys you want to do? Let's keep going. We're about to get to the super important thing. Let's talk about this idea up here. So if I say G major, root, major 7, 3, 6, 9, we know that that is a great solo piano voicing. We also know that if you lower the octave down a whole step, now you have a G13. Okay, so watch this. Here's my G13, a G major 9, G13, G major 9. I do 3, basically think of it like 3, 6, 9 with the major 7. All right, we'll do one more. Vicky said D, so D, root, and that's a little bit low for that voicing, but it still works. But now you have your G13. Now watch this. You hear the blues of that, right? Now let's talk about that formula right there. Root, flat 7, 3, 6, 9. Now, do you see how even with this right here, I'm building up muscle memory in my right hand, right? And I can go up and arpeggiate if I want to do that. But also, my hand's in a shape. I don't even have to think about it. And the same thing for you guys. You won't have to think about it as well. So how can we use this to get down to the 6th chord? Okay, let's talk about it. So we have this. There's my major 7. And now I'm going to go to dominant. So I went major 7. And then I go F sharp 13, F13 to E 13, which is our 6th chord. Let's do it again. Again, we have a few more things we're going to do to that, but I want you to just let it soak in. I could go. I love that sound. That's nice. Okay. Now let's do that one more time of talking about this interval of the 4th in the right hand. I hope that you're starting to see how nice this interval is. If I go B up to E, that's the 3rd of G major, up to the 6th, up to the 9. And it's simply this, 1, 2, 5. I can go up to A flat and do the same thing, right? I love arpeggiating those of like up and down, like get used to that. This is such a nice shape there. But I go major 9, now watch this. I've switched to dominant there. It's still in my right hand. It's still a 4th voicing, but now I go to dominant because I want that F sharp dominant sound, and then F dominant sound, E, and then I'm going to loop back to A minor. But there's one more thing we're going to add. Watch this. That's it. All right, I'm gonna do it one more time and then let's talk about it. Tell me what's happening, anyone? Yeah, so Vance says, what chord is that? And what it is, that's secret sauce, Vance. I can't tell you that. All right. G13, F sharp 13, F13, and then watch this. Yeah, descending down. Rick Gandalf, hey, he has it. Chromatic descending chords. But then I get to here, and I went. I'm sorry, I didn't. And right here, I went from an E13 to the flat 9 and the sharp 5. 13, flat 13 or sharp 5, however you want to do it, and then the flat 9. That's what makes it awesome. So watch this again. Major, dominant now. And then for extra sauce, listen. I didn't even plan on doing that, but how nice is that? So we have that's what I did, something like that. Isn't that nice? So even that is our G major with the 9 and the sharp 11. Da, 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 da. So again, what this is what makes me me. And the reason I wanted to show you this is because, one, I came up with 15 or 20 things that I think makes me me. And once you get these down, then you make them you. Vance, Rick, Vicky, you just twist things around or play it exactly like I did. But the only reason that I know how to do this stuff is because I listen to other people doing things. I've stolen things from people, and then I try to make it my own. And that's the fun part about music, right? We're going to do a quick review. It's already time, but man, what a packed lesson in one. But the fun thing is about when I was thinking about like what makes me me as a musician, like what are some things that I do that people go, oh yeah, I really like that. And so I literally sat down and I'm like, oh, this would be an example of using these simple chord voicings with the sus. I love those ideas. And even this kind of sound, I love stuff like that. I love going to the minor ninths. I love the flat 9 and the 13 and all kinds of things like that. And then from a solo piano standpoint, I love voicings, and I love simple voicings that don't even repeat, like this D7 where we go, I don't even know if my pedal's working, where we go sharp 9 and sharp 5. How beautiful is that? And you can go whole steps, half steps, even with those simple things. So I love open voicings. I love solo piano. And so I just started doing all those. So I hope that you like that from today. We're gonna go about 3 or 4 more minutes, and then we'll wrap it up. But what questions do you have regarding that? Yeah, that's right. Prince said, "Good artists borrow, great artists steal." Well, there's a lot of truth in that. But it's what's fun is to make it your own, like do your own thing. So in our Chord Academy, and even the newest course that is about to come out, the 15 beautiful jazz chords, we do that kind of thing where we say you can make a G major with our 369 and our G major 7 right there. Like that's beautiful as it is, G major. And then if you lower your thumb to a flat 7, you have a G13, and that's our bluesy sound. And you can go up and down, like a couple half steps down. Vicky says, need quiz on every note. You don't want to do that, Vicky. All right, let's recap. So the first chord is this. That melody note, voice leading. That's another thing that I think makes me me. I love to voice lead. I can't help but think of da 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 dum dum, and I could come down da 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 da. I just added this today, da, and then I wanted to hear. When I came up with this idea for a course, what makes me me, I came up with a lot of intros and things like that. Even these lock hand stuff that I like to do. I think those kind of make me me, and then and even like the pedal tones and stuff like that. So anyway, I think it's going to be exciting. I just started writing them out, and then I'm like, man, this is another thing, and this is another thing, and I think you guys are going to like it. So even this kind of stuff, I think, makes me me. If I do, like, let's say we're in the key of E flat, and I'm going to do, I can see, and I go F minor 11. I think that would be an example, like this, very simple. All I did is this. Hey Vance, you say that after every video. I think that sounds to me like I might have picked that up kind of like from the Lately song, right? And this makes me me. Right? When you do those kind of sounds. All right. No, I think it's important. I think it just tells me how excited you are about music. And you are writing a musical, Vance. You already sent me all that. I love the fact, just so everybody knows, Vance, who is a member of the YouTube channel, is Vance is writing a musical. It's actually really awesome. I'm very proud of you for that. Also proud of all of you. Doug, member of the YouTube channel, the very first member. We got Hugh's a member now. My dad's a member now, even though he's a member of the All Access, just like he's a triple dipper like Hugh is. Very thankful for you guys. And thank you for, we've been having some donations and things like come in. Just know that that's very meaningful for me, because it makes me know that we're on the right track with all this. When you become a member, there are lots of ways to become a member. You don't have to be a member of what we're doing. If you want an easy way to support the channel and get a lot of instruction and things like that, our new YouTube community is awesome. There's like 9 or 10 people now, and then we also have our Chord Academy, which is it ends up being like $19 a month, and you get 2 lives a week with all kinds of material. It's crazy how much you get. And then our all access group is like you get everything, and it's just like investing 1 lesson a month with me. And so I really try to work hard for you guys, but just you supporting the channel by being live, commenting, all of that also helps. So thank you so much. All right, I'll play this one more time, and then I'm going to write this out. And Doug, you won't have to repeat this video 1,000 times. The goal is I'm going to write these these ideas out. Here we go. Love that sound. I had stopped it there, right, as a thing to repeat. But I kind of like this, and then here. And I'm thinking, ba, da, 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 or da, 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 da. All right, guys, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Everyone do what we always do at iMusicAcademy, say goodbye to each other. So, Dad, you were first on today. So good to see you. Good to see you, Vicky, Queen Vic, Doug, the Speed Police. We have Vance, the poet who let you know it. The still hasn't had his cup of coffee. You have, of course, Rick, who always chimes in. I know Rick's going to destroy these voicings here. And then we have Hugh, who is a triple dipper. Good to see you again. And Anthony, awesome to have you. Love it when we have people who are new, sort of new. I'm assuming Anthony's been hanging around with us, just commenting today. It's awesome to have you. So, all right, guys. Have a good one. Hey, last question for those of you who have been hanging out. Do you like the short version or the long version for me to write out? Here's the short version. Here's the long version. I want not that long.